The United Nations has issued a dire warning regarding the escalating humanitarian crisis in Sudan. Families in Sudan's conflict zones could face famine-like hunger by next summer, as the UN issues a stark warning. The ongoing conflict between the Army and Rapid Support Forces or RSF that erupted in mid-April has left nearly two-thirds of the population, which is equivalent to 30 million people, in desperate need of assistance. The UN's Integrated Food Security Phase Classification or IPC reveals that 18 million people urgently require humanitarian food assistance, marking the highest number on record for the country's more abundant harvest season. Conditions are particularly severe in the capital Khartoum, where over half the population faces acute food insecurity. The densely populated cities and towns in the conflict-ridden Darfur and Kordofan regions are also struggling to meet basic nutritional needs. According to the IPC, if conditions don't improve by May, families in these areas could experience catastrophic hunger, meaning they may starve to death without assistance, having depleted their assets and run out of options. The conflict has devastated Khartoum and led to ethnically driven killings in Darfur. Both sides have been accused of seizing supplies and obstructing aid workers' access to affected areas. In Al-Shajara, a southern Khartoum neighborhood, a volunteer reported that the RSF has confiscated most supplies destined for the 2,000 people who haven't fled the area. The siege has made it nearly impossible for residents to access essentials even if they have the means to purchase them. The Food and Agriculture Organization or FAO reveals that this year's crop planting was 15% smaller than the 5-year average. Key staples like millet saw a significant decline in production, exacerbating the food crisis. Despite the pressing need, aid agencies including the World Food Programme or WFP struggle to reach the worst affected conflict zones. Limited access and funding shortfalls have forced them to prioritize aid in more stable regions. The UN's 2023 appeal for Sudan is only one-third funded, making it imperative for international community to step up and address the urgent needs of those affected by the conflict. The UN is requesting $4 billion next year to support both the internal and external impacts of the war in Sudan. As the situation in Sudan worsens, the call for immediate assistance grows louder.